Okay.
All right, we're here.
We're here for a very
interesting little sit down.
All right, and I'm on yours, and it's loading. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's loading.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
There we are. Hello, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
You can turn our volume down.
There we go.
If you're catching
Mark
the
and
replay, Steve, Mark.
Yes.
Hello.
There's the chat. Hi, Mr. and Miss.
Hello,
Phoebe.
Christine.
Nice to
Hey,
see you.
Yeti.
Oh, good, Christine. Megs. Yeti.
Hellfire,
Beth.
Capricorn,
Cat.
Kathy,
Oh,
calendar
Kathy.
page.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Mare.
Yeah, there's Mare.
Hey, Mare.
Oh, is it nice to see you guys?
LA.
Oh my gosh.
We're on the wrong side.
We are, but we didn't have a choice.
It's a height issue.
Yeah,
we didn't have a chair that would be.
We're in a hotel right now.
Yeah.
we had to work with.
We had to make do. So.
Yes, it is Hump Day.
Are we in a new place? Well,
we're in a hotel.
We're in a hotel at the moment. When a few
we'll
people trickle in,
why.
and then we'll let you know what happened. We're good. We're cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
We're
Everybody's
good.
Safe. Kitties are safe.
Kitties are safe.
Good.
Everyone's fine. You know.
It's just
so. Hey, Olga.
Little
Ponderous. Hello.
Some changes coming.
Motel 6. No, we are in. It's in the Wyndham chain.
Wyndham.
It's in the Wyndham chain.
What is it? Well, yeah. What is it? Days In? I don't even know.
I think it's a Days In.
Days In.
Yeah. We just moved, just like that, Megs.
Just like that.
Bam! Changed my mind and ordered it up like she orders a falafel.
I'm starting my vacation from work. Oh, that's awesome!
Hey, PJ.
User was taken.
Yes, we're actually in Kuwait.
In Reno, getting a divorce. That's a great one.
No,
Are you in Kuwait?
We're in Kuwait City. Yeah. We told them we were brothers,
funny.
so they let us in.
Yeah. It's cool. Hey, PJ.
Hey,
yes,
Anthony,
Kuwaiti
hello.
bees. That's so funny. Oh my gosh.
Kuwait bees. Oh god.
Nice.
She's gonna have a busting a clock bees if she doesn't watch it.
If she doesn't watch it, that's true.
Yeah, Mayor, thank you. Mayor, thank you for the super chat.
Mayor,
thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. That's so nice. Mayor knows what's going on.
Mayor knows what's up. So.
I freaked out and did a freak out text to her earlier.
Okay.
I need you.
All right, it's long enough.
Yeah, we can. Okay, so this is what happened.
You gonna start? You want me to say it?
Okay,
okay. So I was working from home today, unexpectedly at the last minute. Mark was off, and we got a knock at the door at about 11:30 in the morning. This is code enforcement. This building is being condemned. And you have to leave. We're turning off the utilities in an hour.
You have to be out.
We have to be out.
Leave. All of us. The whole
building, not just us.
Everybody.
The whole building. There were 6 apartments all evicted. Not evicted, but, you know. So
6, and the mysterious 7th apartment that we had no idea was even in that place.
There was a basement apartment I didn't know, and that's where the problems were coming from. That tenant was having sewage leak in. The electrical work was a nightmare. They said it just couldn't be fixed in that amount of time. So
they said it is absolutely unsafe to live here, and everybody has to leave. And I'd never experienced anything like that before. And we are in a hotel right now for 5 days that they paid for, actually.
Yeah, the city of Scranton. There's a nonprofit that hooked us up, so we have 5 days in a hotel. Some starting out for the next month's rent for whatever place we move, and then a voucher for food, actually, which was really nice. So
yeah.
But we made it here. The cats are okay.
So yeah, the cats was the first thing. We're like, what are we gonna do?
I probably look like shit. I've been crying all day. Things are okay. The first tears were just for me. And then they were for you, and then for the boys. But they're okay. Called my parents shortly after. Called out of work for the rest of the week. We'll see. Maybe Friday. Called my parents, who I freaked out to, and then they came down and for a visit. Thank you, Kathy. I'm watching a bit here.
Oh, I'm getting a little here now. Okay.
Yeah. So they came down, and they actually got here before us. We went down to the nonprofit that the city had sent us to, and they got us a voucher for the Days Inn for 5 days, 4 nights. So we'll be here till about Sunday, and
we have to find a place.
we have to find a place to live. Then do you know that son of a bitch?
Yeah, here's the
landlord
backstory of this.
Here's
you know some of it.
You guys know some of it. So we had reported problems since we moved in, which was, you figure it is what it is. It wasn't the lap of luxury, but it was a new place. It was certainly nicer than our last one.
Yeah.
So we were okay with it. We were like, oh, good, great. Well, nothing ever got fixed, and nothing ever got fixed, and nothing ever got fixed. And we had posted on the door a note from License and Inspection saying you have, 2 weeks or whatever, PJ.
Guys,
Username, thank you. This is, no.
It feels so terrible.
This is not Chantal's birthday.
Right.
But thank you for the generosity. Wow. We do appreciate it.
Yeah, we were that. Like when your money is an issue. Yes, it is.
Of course, it is on such short notice.
Like that, oh, I mean, but
all of a sudden, whatever's
okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't want to.
No, that's okay. No, it's okay. So, we come to find out that the guy who owned the place, had no idea. I had no idea. Mark had been texting him, taking pictures of the things that were stuck to the door that were going to his attention because our landlord lives out of town. Our landlord, past tense, lived out of town. So he was like, oh no, everything's fine, everything's handled, don't worry about it. And then all of a sudden, we get the knock at the door.
Yeah.
For that.
Well,
so,
I did tell him, I told him,
yeah.
Do you want that for a minute?
You can take it.
It's going too fast, I can't read.
Okay. Thank you guys for the generosity.
Oh,
We'll schedule another
thank you. Yeah, we will.
Thank
you. So I told, about 3 weeks ago on the door was a notice, and it was from code enforcement that said this building needs to be brought up to code, and you need to bring it up to code within 30 days. I took a picture of it. I called the owner. He said, oh, yes, we're totally aware of it, and it's all been taken care of. Please don't worry about it. So we were like, okay,
Right.
And it turns out that he was talking to somebody.
Thank you, Chris.
With Scranton Rental Authority, and they were working out how to bring the place up to code. But he never took action on it, never started the work, nothing. And someone had called, and this is where you may remember, 2 weeks ago, exactly 2 weeks ago, the fire department and the police, everybody came to the apartment.
Thank you, Capricorn.
Because of a strange smell. They thought they smelled something electrical. Well, they came, inspected, left, there was nothing. It was because of that call, they came back and said, no, it's unlivable. It is unsafe. It is, you can't live there.
And if one of them's unsafe, they all are. It's the whole building.
It's the whole building.
It's not unit by unit. So all our other neighbors, on very short notice, found out that they're moving too.
Yeah, everybody.
And they were very nice about the whole affair, which helped.
They did what they really did.
Whatever they could.
They helped. It wasn't their fault. It wasn't,
No, it wasn't anything like that. So
I immediately got on the phone with the owner too, and he said, "What? What's going on? What? He said he had no idea. He got on the phone with the inspector and code enforcement with my phone, and they won't trust him. They won't believe him. Like he supposedly he is complying, but they're going to say it'll be at least. Code enforcement said it will be at least 6 months before
that place will be back up to code.
Yeah.
So it was. So the parents came and we'd all talked, and my parents have Bandit and Oscar, so they're fine. We put them in their crates, bagged up a bunch of their food that we had already had and some litter. My parents have never had a pet ever, but they've watched the cats before at our place. So we're dropped them off there.
Good to know.
We're going to leave them there until we find a permanent new place, which hopefully will be within a week or so. He does have other buildings, Mary, but he just did us so dirty. Like, I don't know if I want to risk it again. He's like, oh, I'll get you to another place now. They're great. If you have great places, why are we living here?
Why are we living? Yeah, we don't know whether to trust him or not. Like, we don't know.
It would be extremely easy to just be like, oh, yeah, because it's less paperwork, it's this. But we've had a couple leads already just since leaving.
Rights are, yes.
So tomorrow I have a couple applications to fill out that I got some personal recommendations on. So I'm going to try that. and see where it goes.
They're saying, most people are saying,
Don't
trust them.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm going, like, this was the weighing for that. Easy versus right. Easy versus right. It would be very easy to stay and just move all our stuff.
No, don't trust him.
But
I'm doing that. Right. Yeah, very good point, Patricia. Don't trust him. That's the general consensus.
Yeah, thank you, LA. Yeah, well, that's what we're probably going to be doing anyway. Because how could I? How could I trust the guy again? He lied. And I used to help him out because he'd be like, hey, I'm trying to show the place. And I can appreciate, you know, him trying to sell the place. I just didn't realize the place was condemned or condemnable at the time. So we can go back in during daylight hours, 7 a.m., 7 p.m. For the next 30 days. We're authorized people to go in. The utilities are all shut off, but we locked and then bolted with a deadbolt, and it's all... Now it's a condemned building. People like to hang out in those, but we'll see. We'll see. Right as we were walking out the door and down the steps, a neighbor said, "What happened?" I'm like, "Oh, it's..." So
yeah, Christine, that's what we're thinking too. Like,
thank you, Meepstress. Thank you, Texas.
So after being upset, of course, because I mean, you know, your whole life has just been like ripped out. Like, what do you do? We're okay, and we're looking at it as a positive thing. Definitely,
yeah.
We've always been okay in the past. Something will happen, but our first thought. We have to go live tonight and tell everybody what's going on.
I was like,
we need to see everybody and talk, you know, and
just some reality,
and
some
that's
regularity.
Good. That was a good thing because it's comforting to be able to talk to you guys. It really is.
Yeah.
And you know, plus of course, I don't know what's going to happen with content over the next couple of days. Of course, you know.
Yeah.
We both made arrangements with work. We're okay.
Yeah, I'm taking off a couple days, and then I might start back Friday. That's no big deal. You've talked to work. He's good, too. So we're employed still, and the cats are okay. We set up a little room with my parents. They have like a little kind of a double suite on the second floor. Luckily, they've been getting used to each other over time. And even if they didn't, there's a separation that my parents could put between the two rooms. A door will close, and stop being a suite. So that would help. You know, they're going to stay there. And then again, when back and forth, moving everything, and having the cats with us to do it, we can just get settled, hopefully, in a new spot.
We can just,
So things are,
I'm sorry that there were some super chats that went past that. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
It went by fast, and I don't want to miss anybody. But yeah, we did just. But thanks also for the advice. You know, wouldn't that be a breach of the lease? I think that it would. Get your security deposit back right away. Right. Okay, this is great. Thank you. I knew you guys would have some ideas too, because when you're in the midst of it, you can't think of these things.
We have a lawyer. Yes, thank you for asking. We do, from the situation we had with the last folks. So we'll check in with the lawyer if we need to. Of course, the landlord wants, you know, I'll just put you in another. You think I'm paying rent in 2 days?
Yeah, right. That's true too.
So that you can promise me another place aside from the one that was condemned.
I didn't think of this. Capricorn says, I wouldn't move back into his properties because a spotlight is probably now going to be on his other. A very good point, right?
So they're going to check him out. So we were there 6 months.
Yeah,
it was quick, not long.
August
at all.
Would have been a year.
We lived in the previous apartment for about 7 years.
Yeah.
And then we moved on short notice because they said they wanted it for a family member. That's when we first encountered our attorney. And that one was just all's well that ends well. They didn't want us there by that time. We didn't want to be there. They had no legal ground to get rid of us, but we figured we'll go. So
enforceable eviction. Thank you.
The city is what set us up. Miss McPhee. The city is who set us up. So they sent us to another nonprofit in town. And the nonprofit and the city of Scranton have a program for people who are displaced or suddenly due to condemnation, due to slumlords.
Yeah.
And we fall into that criteria. So they're the ones who fronted the money for the hotel. They were able to help us out. And like I said, a food voucher if we wanted to get some groceries. We have a fridge, we have a microwave. And then we'll see. I got some leads for tomorrow, and we'll start again tomorrow. Can't smoke in here, though.
Get a storage space and get all the valuables out as soon as possible. Okay, yes.
Yeah,
Negs, I think this time, gosh, we're gonna hopefully get some help to move, like maybe hire movers.
Yeah.
It would be just a nightmare to do that all over again. But it's a lot more organized this time, I'll tell you. It'll be easier than last time, but it's still wow.
It's still a hassle.
And we do have a couple leads. Like we went right on it today. We were responsible adults today after the meltdown.
After the tears and the crying and the gnashing of teeth.
Responsible.
We got our shit together and started to adult.
We did.
Yeah.
And we already have a couple leads on some places pretty quick, so you know,
we'll be okay.
We'll be okay. And we just wanted to let you know that too, you know.
Yeah.
And we always have the parents are there too.
Yeah, my parents
they've
are
been
here.
So supportive.
And a lot of my coworkers, and I know yours too, are like family. They're
Yeah.
so close, you know.
They are. Now I know my coworker said, "We have a conference room that we don't use. You guys sleep in there. Don't even worry about this. Bring all your stuff up and put it in the group room. Bring the cats too." Like,
yeah.
You know. So it really brought back.
As long as the cats are okay and we're okay.
We were
great.
worried about the cats most of all, and they're safe. And
they told us
thank you, Mom and Dad. Thank you.
Thank you, Mom and Dad. The code enforcement people said that they would find a hotel for us that would take pets, and by the time we got to the place that was offering the assistance for the lodging, they had said, "Oh no, they don't do pets there." Oh my God. So we had to quick together. The plants are okay. We can still go back in and out for another month. So, you know, we're going to try to get all the expensive stuff out of there quick and get it somewhere. And then my parents, of course, would probably offer some of their place for storage. And then the food wasn't a total loss, but it was a bit of a loss. We took a cooler, shoved it all in, and then brought that with us. So we have that. We have food for tonight.
Mary, that's a very good point, too. And you said this, you know, it could have been so much worse. It could have caught fire.
We're back.
Oh, there we are.
That was all. Can you guys? It'll come right back. There it goes. If you can see it, they can see it.
Yes. Yeah, the city is helping. We will win. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I wanted to answer a question. Where was it? Yes, we were lucky it didn't catch on fire because one of the things they said that was major was this electrical issue in the basement. Apparently, water is running on their wires.
Yeah.
Like, really? Like,
yeah.
They also, what else is, they said that there was, one of the hot water tanks in the basement was being held up with a bungee cord. And I've never been in the basement. I don't know.
No, if I owned the building, I'd be inclined.
Yeah.
But I was a fucking renter. What was I supposed to do? The renter in that apartment did what she thought she had to do. So she called, and that's what snowballed it. And she was apologetic. She could have been more apologetic, but she was apologetic.
Yeah.
She felt like it was all her fault, and I was like, no, it's not. If it was us, we would have probably done it too. It's okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no wonder he couldn't sell the place, Andy. They wouldn't even walk past the basement. People would come to look, they'd look there and gone. So interestingly enough, for a lead, as we're leaving, with what's left of us, the neighbor next door, from the next door apartment building, says, "Oh my God, what happened? Are you guys okay?" It's like, no, we gotta get out, we gotta get out fast. She said, "There's an open apartment in my building. The landlord's great. The rent is less than what we pay now, and it's on the first floor.
2 bedrooms.
Which could easily mean, and they take pets. So it could easily mean just moving from one building to the next, different owners, different management company, everything. But it wouldn't be a far move. So that's the first place I have in the morning. They said check out the application. Aside from that, we called another old realtor friend who has some leads and he has some places. It's more location. I mean,
oh, that's a good point. Oh yeah, good. Yes. Yeah, the plants. Yeah, the plants are there now, but I can take them up to work until Fernando.
Fernando's okay. He's still there
until we get a place. But you're right. With the utilities off, it probably will get pretty cold in there. Yeah. I didn't think of
which
that.
is just as well because they were like, oh, you could leave the cats here and then just come back and in and out and feed them like you guys were at work all day. I'm like, no, because there'd be people coming in and out. So. Thank you, Egetti ate the sandwich. I did like the area. It's very close to work. It's close to downtown. It was enough room for the two of us to have a little studio space to work. And,
I don't know.
It was ours. It was our first place as a couple, married, too. We got married a few months after being there, but it was our first place. So the next one...
If we were at home, right.
Will hopefully be better.
See, these are all really, really good points. It's definitely a blessing in disguise. It could have...
Could
It
have been
could have been a
worse.
fire. It could have been
Yeah.
we could have been at work. Right,
Yeah.
you're right.
I was supposed to be at work. You would have been home alone. I was
Yeah,
supposed to
I would have
travel
been
today.
home
I was supposed to go
alone.
out to the sticks to spread advocacy to the hill people. And instead, I stayed home and had rescheduled it for Monday, which they said was better for them. So it just turned out I was home today. Oh, yeah, Slumlord Scammer, definitely enchanted. Definitely.
Right.
On the surface, it looked fine. It was nicely painted. It had new floors. So, hi James. I haven't seen you in 1,000 years. We're okay. We'll be okay. We're fine.
Oh, thank you. Oh, let's see. This is yeah, and right, Mary. Right. At least it's not the middle of winter. Oh
I
my
know.
gosh, could you imagine?
Yeah, we're gonna
Wow.
have today is the coldest day, and then it's gonna go into like a moderate streak of like 60-degree temperature or something.
Oh, Megan, thank you. You
So,
can do it. We will do.
is there a way to donate right away? Then super chat talking to you. I get uncomfortable with these kind of discussions, guys, to be honest. But yeah, we do have a Cash App. It's in the description of the video or on our page description.
The what?
Cash App. If someone wanted to send money
Oh.
and not go through the super
Oh.
chat, they could do it that way. Because this we'll have for next month.
Hashtag $ Smokeysteveandmarc. Yeah,
I think that's what it is. But I mean, it's you know, the cats didn't freak out. I'll talk about the cats. The cats didn't freak out. We had to get Oscar into a carrier. He'd been in one before, like when he moved, and then banned it between going to the vet and he's been to the hotels with us and stuff before. So it's
yeah, that's Meg's. Yeah, and a few other people. You probably could sue your landlord over this. I'm thinking probably.
So
yeah, right.
So we got Oscar in the carrier. He was easy. Bandit's usually a little harder, but we got him in. And just Oscar was talking a lot. He was talking a lot. We got him in the car. They were both cool. They have like duffel baggy type carriers, so it's just like throwing your gym bag over, but it's a bag of cat. And got them up to my parents' house, and we kept them downstairs in the carriers, and then went upstairs to my parents' second floor and put together a suite. So we brought their litter box, all their regular food they're used to, their snacks and everything. Yeah. My parents, well, I talked to Mom. Well, I cried mercilessly. And then she called back later and they came down to help because they just needed another set of eyes on things. So.
Oh, see, this is. Oh, yeah, right.
I know, Susie. They did. They were aware of things that were damaged. I don't know if they were aware of the extent of it, but they're supposed to be, and they weren't. And this was what happened. So. This went down this morning at around 11:30. Having my coffee.
The parents were like, well, he called his mom like right away, and they're always so supportive, and they came down. They came like down to within the hour they were there.
Well, we were still at the nonprofit getting situated there, and they came in the meantime, and they had a key. My parents have a key, so they helped themselves in, and they were hanging out with the cats, and they had talked to some of the people from the city who were there. So, yeah, we were glad to have the help.
See, so, Susie Q, that's right, exactly. Susie Q said, how did this happen? Wouldn't the management company had to know if something was
Yeah,
he has a management company that's supposed to manage his properties for him.
Yeah,
they're gonna say they didn't know. They didn't. How? It just doesn't.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense, which means there's lies in the mix. There's lies in the mix. Oh, yeah, exactly, LA. And that was the tone I got from when he was like, oh, no, it didn't happen. Then he calls back to back. Then texts us and says, I've got some great places, 10 out of 10, whatever you want. It's like, buy these camels. I have all these camels. I don't want your camels, and I don't want your apartment. We do have a lawyer. Liar.
Money over lies.
Tiny Ghost. We do have one that we've worked with before. And he's a good guy. Yes. He's a friend of a friend. So
Andy, we do. I kept all of the documentation back and forth since day one, because if you remember, we had there were things that needed fixed, like leaks and dripping from the upstairs and all. I have all of that throughout the last 7 or 8 months or so. Yeah, I do. I even have the first thing that was posted to the door from code enforcement.
Mm-hmm.
I have the literal ones because he asked me to take it down.
Mm-hmm.
I keep getting
Oh, we got a notification.
Thank you. Oh.
Thank you for the donation. Thank you.
Oh, Dom. Thank you for the Cash App. How did you do that? Like,
I have no idea how that works. The town should. They did. They recommended us to what's called North Penn Legal Services, and it's a nonprofit that works with people who get displaced. They work with a lot of immigrant folks. They do different trainings throughout the cities. They do housing. They do food. The place we were at was the food pantry, so we went there.
Yes,
we didn't need any food, thankfully, but that's where their office was. I think, yeah, we have.
Oh, if you do it in a group, wow, I didn't think of that's a very good idea. And yeah, Patricia and Auntie and right. A little bit of time from now, we'll be looking back, and it'll be a good story, and I think it'll be positive. We've switched everything over, and we're being positive. This is another change.
We're just gonna roll with it.
We're gonna roll with it. We're going to, do our part, and I think it'll be a positive thing. I do.
It's just hard to see the end of it right now, or to imagine. But I mean, we'll live.
It is.
What else can you do?
Well, you have to. What is in your control and what is out of your control?
And then what can you do?
This
about
is out of our control. We have to roll with it, and we have to do. And we did what we did, and we're in a safe place now. The cats are safe, and we have some leads on an apartment. And that's where it's at. And we have a backup. We're not going to be homeless. There are people in our building that have nobody here.
And English might not be their first or second language. Some of the folks in our building. The one guy came back onto the porch after we had left and come back. And he was like, his English was pretty broken. I had a hard time understanding it.
Older guy.
Trying to let him. I was like, here, go with this address. Call this number. They will give you somewhere to stay. So.
Yeah.
No, we paid the rent via, what, PayPal?
PayPal. It's a online thing that you do through the management company.
Yeah, that never broke.
That never broke. Nope, never did.
Never. Scumbag. Well,
so it is what it is. But we're gonna be positive, and I think it's gonna be a good thing overall.
We're not the first people.
And like everyone's saying, we just got settled in. Like literally got settled in. We got through the holidays and married and Christmas and
there was 6 apartments, I believe, in the building.
In fact, next week, we were gonna do the first, behind the scenes whole apartment tour because we finally got everything put on the shelves
and then
it's just
yeah, that quick they were.
Well, yeah, we're hoping, of course, to get the deposit back. I mean, legally, obviously, he has to. But is he going to fight? Is it going to be that kind of a thing? But yeah, no, we'll get it back.
Yeah, hell or high water. So we'll be fine with that. They came to the door, Susie, at 11:30, and the utilities were off by 1. Except the water. The water was on for a while longer, and thank God you didn't start the garden.
Good point. Very good. But we're just planning it. I'm so glad I didn't do that.
A couple people said that too. Thanks, Patricia. A couple people said at least you didn't get started there.
Yeah. Or like the last place when we put a lot of money into the garden and
the last place,
outside doing the side, the railing thing and all that. So it just was so quick, and we knew in the back of our mind we were so happy to be there, but we knew there was just something that wasn't right. Things weren't being fixed. And someone in the chat said, now you know why those things weren't being fixed. Of course. Somebody asked about the mysterious apartment. Well, we always thought that there were 6 apartments, 2 on each level, and then 2 up in the attic, 2 smaller ones.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out that there was another apartment.
I'll have to read it in a minute.
A very small apartment in the basement. And it was a single lady living with her daughter, and she's the one that called because there was dirty sewage and stuff coming under the walls, like seeping through the walls.
She had a small child, and she said her small child started getting sicker. I mean, I got to take her at her word, saying she was worried enough to call somebody.
Absolutely.
His version of it is that she was trying to start trouble because a contractor tried to flirt with her. But the owner told us.
He sent me
that's the only reason she called.
That it was her fault that this is happening.
Like,
this is the owner.
Like, I can't see the drop ceiling coming in. Like, it's her fault. I was like, well, if there was nothing to have
shocked.
If there was nothing for them to find, then they would have been there and left.
Yep.
Even if she called them. But those problems were huge. Mold and chemicals, that kind of stuff. Yeah. So we just proceed, I guess.
Yeah. We'll just go on but we definitely needed to tell you. Like, I was like, oh, we have to tell them. We have to go online. We have to... Is that codependency of some sort? Is it? Because I'll take it, because it feels very good to be able to be talking to you. It does. And I thank you for showing up. I really thank you for being here and being supportive. Thank you.
It's a little bit of normal in a very abnormal day. So
yes, it is.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
It'll
be better. It'll be better. We can move our stuff out. We just have to do it during daylight hours.
Yeah.
So, and they give us a voucher to put towards the first month's rent on the next place, because I think they probably assumed you're not going to find a place in 5 days, and who the hell has a security deposit? So they recommend pile your money for security, and then they'll cover the first month as long as the landlord's good with it, which means it has to get checked by them to be approved. So the next place shouldn't have any issues, or they won't fund it, I guess.
Oh my gosh, yes, Patricia. And remember how freezing cold it was in there, right? It was drafty. And hey, look, at least there wasn't a dead body in the basement.
Not yet.
Yeah, not that we know of.
So
could you imagine?
Oh my god. Oh.
I didn't even think of it. Oh my gosh.
So the plan is to stay here till Sunday. And then by Sunday, either hopefully find another place or pop back to my parents for a little bit. So we'll see. But we have the trappings of a life still.
I just got this.
I know,
and in Boston, thank you.
We did the
CashApp,
everything.
I can't see it. It went away.
Thanks, Ariana. Yeah, we're moving.
Thank you. Thank you, Megan, for saying that.
Yeah, Megs. I think the lawyer's good.
Oh, what type of stuff? Probably mold, probably what type. The only thing we were told was that they came in and they tested it, and it came back positive for toxins, and they named something starts with a D, something starts with... do you remember what they said?
Dioxis something.
Dioxis something that was positive.
Something they couldn't leave.
They didn't say mold, but I mean, how could it not be? There were leaks and stuff. So
leaks and sewage.
So yeah, it was a dangerous situation, and I kept thinking the cats. What if they got sick?
Yeah.
Or us? I mean, like,
thank you, Michael. We'll check. Michael sent us a...
I'm sorry. I don't know if you can see that, but it's not. I can't get any.
He's buffering because. Have you tried on my?
Well, if you hit retry, it comes back up, but then it goes away.
Are you connected to the internet?
So like I wanted to thank everybody, but I see it says CashApp, but then it goes off internet, Yeah. See, it'll be on. Will be back. It'll be on for a minute.
It'll be on for a minute,
but
I guess, and then we'll go.
Thank you, LA, for saying that. Yes, thank you, because I can't see them.
Yeah, thank you for guys who are helping out.
Yeah, tonight. Michael, I see. Okay, thank you. No, oh God, yes, it helps. No, thank you. I feel so terrible. That's not why I wanted.
Well, thanks, Budgie. I didn't think so either, but apparently, I don't know.
The subscribers are here for you. Thank you. Yeah, that's why we knew we had to come and dump on you, because
respiratory. We thought maybe at the last place we would have had respiratory issues from something.
That's what I know. So we're gonna, they recommended getting checked out, so we will.
Yeah. And the boys are due to run through the vet.
I wish I could remember
so they'll be seen unless there's any reason for them to be seen.
Yeah, they both have appointments in April, actually the beginning of April, so that's very good timing. I haven't noticed anything with either one of them. But no, I can't remember the exact name. It started with a D. Was the one that I remembered, like something. Apparently, it can be in like sitting water, raw sewage, things like that. It's a type of toxin or something. I don't know, but it came back positive. And the lady downstairs in the basement said that her little one was getting sick like over and over again, and she thinks it might be from that. So that was it.
Keep on keeping on.
Panda, thank you. Ask a lawyer as to what your doctor. See, I didn't think of that either. Get some guidance like that.
Well, luckily we have doctors and we have attorneys, so we're pretty good there.
I'm pooping right now. Is it possible to fix the issue, or do you have to move? Well, the code enforcement agency said that for him to fix everything, to bring it up to code for people to move back in, that he anticipates it would be at least 6 months before they would pass it.
So
it's that much work. There's more.
Dioxin? That sounds right.
Dioxin? Actually, maybe that does sound right.
That sounds
a little bit
longer. I thought it was longer than that, but yeah,
maybe there were 2 chemicals. It sounds right.
So
that's what he had told us, right? Because they won't pass it. They will.
Yes, James, you did.
They will not pass it. He
Just
said.
leave quietly, James.
Yeah, we're going to.
Yeah, we have recourses for everything. It's like the urgency is to like. I feel like I should do something right now, but then like, what can I do? What can I do at 9? What can I do at 8:30 on a Wednesday? So just trying to. After this, we're just gonna kind of settle in.
Ariana, yes, we're in a hotel. We're in a Days Inn hotel. They put us up for 5 days. Can we still send stuff to the PO box? Oh yeah, that's
PO
all.
Boxes.
There, yeah, we won't.
Yeah, we won't get rid of that.
We're hoping to find a place close to where we were, at least close to our jobs, like the same thing as last time.
And it's close to the first of the month, so hopefully there'd be either something new opening or, a time to change it. Now, March is not a big month to move, so there's not a lot out there. Okay, PJ, we'll check that.
Yeah, I don't
definitely
know. Toxic mold can give you severe brain damage and autoimmune disorders. Oh, wow.
Oscar was indoors. Oscar came with us. He's been indoors since we moved to the new place, so he has his own carrier. He came with. He traveled okay. He was just a little shaken up, probably, but he didn't wet the box or anything. He didn't use it in the car. He was okay. Yeah. Came out. They both jumped under a bed, one under one and one under the other. My parents have visited the pets, so they know them. They're going to have their own little spot upstairs where they have enough windows and light and put their box in and all their food in their regular bowls so they'll feel like they're home. Their regular treats, stuff like that.
Oh, PJ, was that from you? Okay, your boxes arrived. I got a notification that some boxes had arrived just today, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So,
James, we'll be able to get it out. I think you answered that. Okay.
Right. Yeah, we can get our stuff.
Okay. I think I caught up. Oh, yeah, that's true, huh?
Well, this is not how I thought today would end.
I didn't either. Hugs and kisses to you both.
Things can change.
Thank you, Megs.
Like that.
Thank you.
Through no fault of your own, things can change so quick. Well, it's a reminder of that, I guess. And it's not just us. 6 other families were put out. So
here for you. Thanks, Megan.
You know what happens in this area a lot is a lot of landlords from New York City area. And they buy a place out here because it's cheap and then just collect the rent and slum it. They'll try to hire a property company locally to manage it, but you can never get the person. So,
how long has Oscar been inside? I haven't watched you in a while.
Oscar's been in with us for the last 6 months.
Since we moved.
As soon as we moved, we
took him with us, yeah.
And he's okay. And,
he was good. He was good on the ride over. He was good.
He was singing a little bit, but we were talking to them because it's all of a sudden it's short notice for them too. Usually, if we're going on vacation, they start to catch wind of it a day or so earlier. Thank you, Justine. Don't overdo it with another move. Yeah, moving will be. We might have to. We'll figure it out.
Michael, at least she's not live, right?
Oh God. Talking about how she was thrown out. I remember when I was leaving she left all that shit and walked out the door.
She did.
She didn't do shit.
She did.
She just ran out of that place. Leave Pete's with the bill. But, At least, you know, we're doing better than her. Hey, Claudia. How are you?
Thank you, Justine. Thank you.
Are you okay, Margaret? Can y'all hear?
Whatever you did was
She was
it's
displaced
working.
because of the hurricane. Yeah. I hooked you into the internet. And then it looks like it disconnected itself, though. And it looks like my dad is working right now. So
It does. It's not going out, so I'm getting. Oh, there it went.
yeah, but everyone has food, everyone has shelter, everyone is ending the night indoors,
Okay,
somewhere
there it
safe,
goes.
somewhere warm. There's a bowling alley right next door to this hotel.
Yeah.
We could go bowling.
This place because of a hurricane. Oh, you already said that.
Yeah. So unlivable is hard because it's like there's nothing, and the amount of time it would take to fix is too long. So
Yeah, Lisa. Yeah, Lisa. It was. You know, admittedly, it was rough when it first happened, and you're thinking of all that. You think it's funny the emotions you go through because you don't know where you're going. You feel homeless. You feel
yeah,
and you think all kinds of crazy stuff. And
I was more upset than you.
I held.
Well, I cried more than you. We'll say that. Not that I felt more than you. I cried more than you.
And then I said, you have to
be the strong.
You have to be strong. Yeah, because we got to get through this.
And I was fine, but I had a good,
Yep.
probably 2-hour meltdown. I couldn't speak. Every time I opened my mouth, I started to. So. They have a restaurant downstairs, actually, too.
Here? Yeah, they
bar
do.
restaurant.
Guess what? It's called the Moon Cafe.
Thank you, Budgie Mom. Is what it is. I'd be upset, but what's it gonna help?
Chris, we did. That's so funny. That's exactly what we did. We took tomorrow off.
Yeah.
We have to chill. It was a stressful day, and I'm still kind of confused, or foggy a little bit,
That's okay, Lucky. Welcome.
I would be so distraught. Yeah, it's scared. Yeah. And I think comfort eating. Oh my gosh, LA, you should see the box of
right, James.
The box of sweets. I know, but I'm not gonna eat them all. It was impulse.
We brought some healthy food because we didn't have to get rid of all the food. We gave my parents some to put in their fridge, and they have a second freezer, so we put some stuff there. The cat food we pretty much gave to my parents because the hope is that the cats will just be there for maybe 4 or 5 days. So.
Oh, Miss McPhoebe! Oh my gosh, everybody, my coworker said the same thing. She's like, "Does anyone else have secondhand anxiety?"
Yes.
I don't. Oh, please don't. We'll handle this.
We'll be
this
fine.
Is not your issue, But I appreciate.
You don't need to be anxious in solidarity. Thank you for the support, though.
Yeah. Gosh, it takes something like this. When we were sitting in the
Megan.
office getting the hotel arranged and all that, and it struck me that we try to do the right thing every day, the best that we can, and I think that when something like this happens, there are people who care. There are people who will help, and there's help out there, and people do come and support each other, And it was a wonderful thought, and it had some calmness to it, and you really appreciate it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I had said as much. I was like, it seems bad now, but looking back, wait till we see on the news the place burned to the ground.
Remember when we left the last place? We thought it was the end of the world.
And we lived.
And it was a better step, and this will be another better step.
We'll live again. We'll be fine.
But we did want to also say we don't know about content, over the next couple of days.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll check in for sure.
Community
because we still have...
We'll give y'all community posts, because I know you'd want to know. So we'll keep you updated with that kind of stuff there, and keep an eye out for a video, but can't promise anything at the moment.
There it goes.
But we're not quitting YouTube.
Right.
The neighborhood
if you think of it as a fresh start, not an annoying event. You're right.
Our old neighborhood, because I had asked the guy who was doing this, I said, what the fuck, if the house is condemned, people are going to just break in, hang out, do whatever, nobody's going to care. He said it's a higher patrolled area, because we're near a hospital. Our old place was across the street, so, we'll go from there. We'll see.
Wow, James. Yeah, I didn't even think about. James said, I remember you telling stories how back in the day you wouldn't have any support like this because of the lifestyle that you were living. You know, you
my
wouldn't
parents
have would never have helped us.
They
you know,
never would
so
have come down. They never would have offered
it's a
their help. My
blessing,
mother's
for
allergic
sure.
to cats, God love her.
Yeah, right.
But of course,
She's like, got Benadryl and
yeah, she's like, I have Benadryl and I have other stuff. It'll be fine. My parents are dolls. They put up with me.
oh, thank you, Thunderbird. Oh, that's great. Don't worry about content. Live stream and dump anytime you feel lonely or need us or stressed or whatever. We'll be here for you.
Yeah. Yeah, they're good folks. It's not always the case. You don't always get, hi, Finch. You're a little late.
Oh, that's just so nice.
People care. We do.
I'll just stalk you.
We're homeless,
Oh, wow.
Finch. Did that catch you up?
Yeah. Oh, Christine. Oh, boy. You're a camper? That would be so awesome.
Mm-hmm. Thank you guys for thoughts, prayers,
And,
all that
yeah,
stuff.
thank you for the thoughts and the purse. Yes.
It helps. It helps. Because you do forget when stuff like this happens. First there's the martyred, why me? And then I think somehow I've caused it. Somehow this is cosmic retribution for some evil I've done in the past.
That's the first place it
taking
goes,
Well, yeah, when something bad happens, a lot of people, deserve it. Well, we deserve to have it happen, but we'll be okay. We'll be okay. But anybody, it's funny, I teach mental health first aid, and I tell people all the time, things can happen fast. You don't have to have a mental health issue to go into crisis.
Right.
How many people in our building probably would have met the criteria for inpatient at the time? At least we don't have those old neighbors. That smug son of a bitch who lived upstairs.
That was one way to get rid of the neighbors upstairs, right? Yeah.
Oh God, no! Because the place we were kind of eyeballing.
Oh yeah, the one right next.
The one right next to us. They were eyeballing also, and so the friend that we have in the building was like, "I'm texting the landlord now. Give him a call." And I say worse things have happened to better people. I mean, we're okay. Thank you, Christine. Zen. Yes, we are in a hotel. For now, we're in Kuwait, Fitch. I decided to leave.
Very good point.
Yeah. I know what you mean, Abby. It's nice. It's so great to have people, but
That's a good.
but we have
Yes, that's a good
we
point.
have each other. But, I don't know if anyone deserves it necessarily. It's just a shitty thing that's out of your hands. But we'll be good.
Yeah,
Go over tomorrow, take a
Abby,
video. That's a good idea.
Very good point. Yeah, it's nice to have internet support, but having someone right beside you, yeah.
Yeah, Yarn, the air fryer's over there. Next to the hamster cage. Therapy.
Oh, yeah, Beth said. Oh, you just said that about the video. Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
The
that's
video,
a really
yes.
good idea.
Oh,
So
gosh, you're right.
We'll go tomorrow because it's dark and we can't see anything without flashlights. So it's locked, bolted, and we just hope for the best. Luckily, all the valuable stuff is here. Where's our blue sofa if it's Kuwait? Well.
Are we gonna buy a hamster?
We're gonna get 2 boys and girls, so they can be a cute couple like we are.
Like we are.
We are.
Oh my gosh.
God bless her.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, please.
I don't know.
Without Foodie Beauty, those 21 checks wouldn't be so high, probably. I'm glad she's a mess. It helps us.
Around the hotel, yeah.
Oh, God. Now you just need a kiss on the beanie.
Kiss me on his beanie. Mwah.
Aw, see? So married people do that.
American
I guess.
Trini, I'm usually lurking, but
Condemn the housekeeper.
no, I am here thinking of you and knowing that everything is going to work out. American Trini,
Thank you.
thank you, and thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, we'll do what we need to do. We'll be okay. Be okay.
Okay, something similar happened to me. City condemned the house and gave us 3 days to leave. It was a blessing in disguise. I bought my dream home a year later. And that was the first thing the lady at the office said.
Yeah,
She said,
she's
"Have
like,
you
"Have you
guys
guys thought of buying?"
Yeah. She's like, "We have programs to help you out, like first time
home buyers. You can put
buyers."
3% down and we'll match. I'm
You
like,
never know.
maybe sooner than later if you want to live in Lackawanna County.
Well,
Just own a house in
something to
Lackawanna
think
County.
about. Or we've never rented a house either. We've always gotten apartments, so
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
a door closed, but
Another door
open.
always opens. It's the uncertainty that's scary. It's not what. I don't think anything terrible is going to happen to either of us during this.
No.
Um,
It'll be fine.
So, nice little cottage type house. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Someone said a little art bungalow. Oh, that would be up my alley.
that would be so nice. Yeah, out of crap
wish this
things,
would
things
come
have
back
come
up.
well a lot of different times. So I think it'll be
Come on.
a good move. It'll be better for us in the long term. So, guy, when you went to sell your car, guy asked if you wanted to buy a house. 2
can't
months later,
see.
you owned a home.
What? Really?
Oh, Fitch, I don't even know what to say.
Stopped again.
You're frozen.
I'm frozen. I'm trying to read it on there, but I don't know how you can read that.
I
It's
know.
so small. How can you read that? Yeah. Okay, I saw that at English Cottage or at night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you're like, let me fix it again.
But if I do that, sometimes it'll.
Thanks, James. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, all you guys. You've been... Yes, Ellie, I thought so. Maybe some readers, even. You want me to look at it?
I should put readers on. Yeah, you're right. No, they're back at the place. Of all things, I forgot clothes for work. I have to go back and.
There you go.
Okay, thank you. Oh, there it goes.
Mark with the Chantal squint.
I know. I'm sorry.
I need like I don't know, a leg of lamb to munch on or something.
Yeah, right.
The disruption sucks. I was saving that paid time off to steal a weekend here or there sometime, but it's whatever. The fact that they would probably even give me more time if I needed it, unpaid, but still let me live there.
Yeah,
work there. That'd be nice.
Destruction in routine and all of that. It's unsettling.
Yeah, I usually don't have this much of a headache on a Wednesday, but here we are.
Oh, that's how that happened. Yeah, we need to get a good sized kitchen. Oh yes.
Mm-hmm. So we'll keep y'all posted because we know y'all are concerned, and I don't want to pull the idea. We'll tell you some stuff, but we have the right to keep the rest of our lives off camera. So there. We'll keep you posted. Community posts, maybe a quick live here or there. So you'll know what's up, because I know y'all care. So we'll keep you
Abby
informed.
W, thank you. I love you guys. Whenever I need confirmation that real love exists, I watch y'all. I'm corny like that. Chantal just doesn't understand that people don't need to make out on camera, right?
No, she doesn't get it. But
right.
could have a new place by Monday. Who knows? You're right, Mayor. You don't. The leads are good.
That's right.
The leads are promising. They've got that vibe of James, you're not on our OnlyFans.
That's SSAM After Dark.
Maybe once we're settled, Fitch, but I appreciate you thinking ahead. You should check me out on OnlyFans. It's Smokey Steve.
Make a road trip and crash at all
And
the
then crash
Smokies all over the place.
I know. We could do like what? Remember Elvis Travels? He lived off of like PayPal. He would go into a chat, sit there for 3 hours till he had enough gas money given to him to go somewhere. So,
Thanks for keeping
wink,
Yeti. Thanks for keeping us updated. No, thank you for supporting us. Thank you. Really, I can't. I just feel better now. I don't know.
Yeah. You have a guest room in Boston.
We'll take you up on that.
Homeless road trip arc. There's an idea.
Yeah, right?
If we had like Chantal money, It'd be tempting
It
to
would
just
be
take a
tempting
year
to
off
just take
and
a
go do
year off
something.
and just like come
You know, I can
visit everybody.
Yeah, I could do 9 to 5 for the rest of my
We've
life.
always
Might as well
wanted to
take a
do
year
something
now.
like that.
We're never gonna live to retirement. We might as well do something now.
We're never gonna live to retire. With all this stress, no, we're not.
No, with all this. Plus, at our age, we're gonna have to be 85 before the retirement age comes.
I know,
So-
Abby, Steve and Mark van life or something. I've
Yeah.
been recently. I've been watching these videos where these channels and videos where people do car camping and like back of truck camping. It's not like a camper. They like
Turn their vehicle into a place
little
that they can
place
kind of
to,
live
yeah. And it's so fascinating. Some of them have like whole bathrooms in it. It's
Mhm.
really fascinating.
in. Yeah.
I've always thought I would love to try something like that. You know, like.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, it's been an hour. We've kept you like
Draw the map for the trip.
for a few weeks.
You
So
guys
like
are-
snow and still have right?
You
Christine.
guys are probably such good friends and neighbors to
Draw
your
the
friends
map.
and neighbors too. If you're, you guys are usually also kind.
Oh, Mayor, I'm sure Scott would love that.
Mhm.
Mayor says we can move in with them. You,
Yeah.
me, Steve, you, the cats, the dogs.
Oh my God!
Could you imagine that
Bring
party?
a camera crew.
Virginia. Oh gosh, yes.
So.
Comfort shows tonight and have your snacks. That's what
Yeah,
we're
that's what
gonna
I'm
do.
thinking. I'm gonna try to
We
turn
do
it
need
off.
to put this day to a rest. It was stressful,
It was
and stress comes out totally physically, and
I have a headache.
he
I
gets
got
sick in the
bland
stomach,
dinner.
and and I get like just like tight, and oh.
Kind of, Jay, like the Brady Bunch, except not.
Except not.
Golden Girls binge party. The hotel does have cable,
Yeah.
and actually, you could hook up a DVD player to it if anyone makes those anymore.
Oh, they have
No,
an
thanks,
indoor
they're
pool
okay.
and
There's a pool, and
jacuzzi.
a restaurant attached, bowling alley across the street.
Yeah.
It's a nice little
It
spot.
is a nice,
Yeah.
little hotel. I wasn't sure. Sometimes Days Inn cannot be not so nice. But this one is,
Yeah.
it's nice.
Nothing I can think of, Fitch, but I'll let you know if I do. Thanks
Yeah.
for asking.
Thank you for asking.
They're okay. We brought all their toys
You
with
would be
them,
fine with
familiar
it.
litter, all that stuff. There was like 2 16-year-old girls in the hot tub when I walked by, and these like jailbait-looking guys. I don't know. And something big is happening next door. There's busloads full of folks who look like they're from out of town.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I therapeutically I need to have a chill night tonight, for the sake of my mental health. Otherwise, it'll spill into tomorrow, and I won't have a clear head when I have important shit to do. So.
Yeah, we will, Abby. We're gonna look at
That's-
this as
yeah.
a little getaway. Try
Yeah.
to just, he's gonna be on. I mean, I don't have to go in tomorrow. I probably will go to work a little bit to get my mind off of things, but he's gonna be on the,
I'll be
the
on the
apartment
hunt.
thing.
The
and
apartment
that,
stuff, sorting out. I had more questions, of course, when we left the nonprofit that I forgot to ask.
Yeah,
so I
call
wanted to
them
check
back,
for
yeah.
clarification and follow up, send the application for that one, check in with the other guy,
And then get what we need for the next like 3 or 4 days here. You
Yeah,
know, I'll
and
need
then-
some clothes and stuff.
And like I said, pretty much everything valuable. The only things that we have that are, it's mostly sentimental stuff.
the
that's
sentimental
there.
stuff. Yes.
I mean, TVs aren't free, but I mean that whatever.
Yeah.
It's and it's a little bit busted, so I don't know if anyone will want to steal it because they couldn't sell it. But we'll see. Otherwise, we just have lots of clothes. Lots
Jacuzzi
of
time.
clothes. So
Thank you, Megan. We will.
that's a good idea, Sanjay. I think they do have. A
Oh, workout
space.
room. Yeah, that's right.
You're now basically in the movie 4 rooms, more or less.
You know, I never saw that movie.
No?
No, everyone says I should have watched it, but
Yeah.
I'll check that out.
Yeah, the city coordinates, actually. We have a new mayor, and she's been doing pretty good stuff,
Yeah.
I have to say. She's the first female mayor of Scranton, I think.
Yeah. But yeah, I think so.
Turn up the sexy, these aren't your sheets. Ooh.
Ooh,
Well, it's one way to work out aggressions, I suppose. So, yeah, but I was glad they looked out. And like I said, I work in a nonprofit, so I refer people to the services we got today all the time. I'm glad to be going through it to find out that people are treated with respect while they're going through it. And yeah, we could Uber Eats. On a weeknight, though,
that's nice to see.
outside of Scranton, there might not be restaurants open. On a weekend, it's easy to get a driver.
Yeah,
Sometimes you
that's
can't.
right. We're not in this. I keep thinking it's
No.
this, we're we're out. This is kind of the suburbs where we're at.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the big shopping district.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think the creators have a lot to do with the communities that surround them, and you guys are lovely. So you bring out the good side of people, others.
I would agree with that.
I would agree.
Yeah.
This is such a nice. One of the reasons I look forward to our regular Sunday live streams is because people talk to each other. And
yeah, it's not just for us to talk at you.
Yeah,
you guys can hang out too
and show support. And hey, what did you do last week? It's a nice community. I don't see that in other live streams. Well,
not
what
in
do I watch?
Well, not in the circles I cover.
Yeah,
Their
right.
motives for streaming are very different. So.
Someone asked a question.
Renter's insurance? No, did not have renter's insurance.
We didn't. In fact,
No,
after
it's just
this,
as well.
you were just gonna do it.
I was gonna
literally
because I can get it cheap on my car insurance. I
Yeah.
can just tack it on at Progressive, and it's not a lot of money, $20 a month or something.
$20, I think it was.
It was
for
something
the full
cheap because
coverage.
we didn't have a lot to monetize and tell them.
Right.
We have
no jewelry, no
yeah, you've
things
seen, no, not my ring.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So, well, we're about at the hour.
We are.
We're
We
after
kept
the
you,
hour.
and we kept you late too.
I know.
It's late so. Thank you everybody for coming and listening to us and for your support and for the super chats and for the cash apps. I'm sorry,
For
I'll go
everything.
back in and I'll be able to see everybody. But thank you. I
You guys have been great. Thanks a lot.
don't know what else to say.
So, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for
Thank you. Yeah, we'll keep you updated.
Thanks
You
for
know, with everything
you've given
and-
us as far as companionship. We got super chat, all of that. So thanks for watching. Hit the thumbs up on your way out, yay! And thanks for watching. Feel free, you guys know the drill. Subscribe, leave a comment if
Yeah.
you enjoy. This I'll just leave up. I'll change the thumbnail and I'll leave it up as is. And then we'll keep you posted on the community posts. I'll put up
Of what's up, yeah.
I'll put up at least a community post a day. I'll say.
Oh yeah.
That's easy to
definitely.
commit to. So we can put up at least one community post a day to keep you guys informed. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for being
Thank
here.
We'll see you next time.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
There are a lot